Hello and welcome to this video Elements of Drama. I am Sanket Kumar Jha, an assistant professor of English with Lalit Narayan Mithila University. This is the second video of the lecture series on drama. In this video, we will focus on the elements of a drama with examples from Shakespeare's Macbeth. I hope this lecture will be very helpful for the students of drama. Now let us begin with a very basic question. Which edition are you reading? Every student of Shakespeare must know the difference between quarto edition and folio editions. Shakespeare's plays had first appeared in quarto format, and the first folio edition was printed in London in 1623 by Isaac Jaggard and Edward Blount. Now, the difference between quarto and folio is that a quarto edition has 8 pages printed on a single sheet, whereas a folio edition has 4 pages printed on a single sheet. Obviously, folio editions were considered to be luxuries and they were quite expensive in those days. Now, what is a character? There are two meanings of the word character. First, the person in a work of fiction. For example, Macbeth, Duncan, Othello, Iago, they are all characters of a fictional work. A fictional work is an imaginative work such as a short story, a novel, a drama, a poem, or a cinema. The second meaning of character refers to the characteristics of a person. We use this word to show the features of a person's qualities. Someone may be intelligent, others may be dull, someone may be honest, some people are dishonest. So these are all their characteristics that make up their character. While reading a drama, we take the first meaning. That means the persons in a work of fiction. Here, the characters are Duncan, Donalbain, Macbeth, Banquo, and several others. They are called dramatis personae. This dramatis personae is a Latin term for characters. A person in a work of fiction, the hero or the villain, and other persons are all known as the characters in that work of art. Some of them are major characters and some others are minor characters. Each character in a play has distinct moral, intellectual, and emotional qualities. Every dramatist tries to make characters who seem real. Hence, every character has its own distinctness. Duncan has his own qualities that are quite different from those of Macbeth. Now, how do we understand and judge a character? This is very important to learn because you have to write character analysis. So, there are 3 ways through which we understand a character. First, it is by inference from what they say, that is their dialogue. When a person speaks something, he reveals his character. When Macbeth speaks something, he reveals his character. Similarly, when Duncan speaks something, he reveals his character. So through their dialogue, we can understand which type of person they are. Second, what they do, that is their action. When Macbeth kills Duncan, this action reveals a lot about Macbeth. It is said that action speaks louder than words. So by watching or reading the actions of a person, we can judge his character. And third, what other characters talk about him or her. In a drama, characters talk about one another, and what they say about the other character reveals the character of both of them. So when Macbeth speaks something about Duncan, it reveals the character of Duncan as well as the character of Macbeth. E.M. Forster in his Aspects of Novel classifies characters into flat and round characters. A flat character, according to Forster, is built on a single idea or quality that remains unchanged over the course of the narrative. That means a flat character is one who does not change with change in time, and a round character is a complex character who is capable of growth and change in the course of the narrative. In Greek drama, the hero is called the protagonist and the villain or rival is called the antagonist. In Shakespearean tragedies, the protagonist suffers from a hamartia or tragic flaw in his character that leads to his downfall. For instance, in this play, Macbeth suffers from excessive ambition that leads to his downfall. In Hamlet, the character Hamlet suffers from his problem of indecision that leads to his downfall. The second important thing is setting. You can see here a camp near for us. The setting of the drama provides the physical and social contexts in which the action of the story is laid. We know that Macbeth is also known as a Scottish play because it is set in Scotland, and here the dramatist has made it clear that this scene second is set in a camp near for us. So, what is setting? It informs us about place, time, weather conditions, social conditions that make the atmosphere of the play. Place means geographical location where the action of the story takes place. Time, historical period. Weather conditions, is it rainy, sunny, stormy, etc. Social conditions, what is the daily life of the character like, mood or atmosphere. So, setting carries significant background information about the play. It also helps to create an atmosphere of the play. Macbeth has a supernatural, historical, romantic setting. All these things together make Macbeth a supernatural play, a historical play, and it is its setting that makes it so. When you open a drama, you come across these terms, act and scene. An act is a major division in the action of a play. In England, this division was introduced by Elizabethan dramatists. They imitated ancient Roman plays and divided the action into 5 acts. Shakespearean plays have 5 acts. That means the entire story is divided into 5 major segments that are known as acts. Acts are further subdivided into scenes. A scene is a unit of action in which there is no change of place or break in the continuity of time. For instance, scene 1 takes place at a desert place. So, when scene 2 will start, this place will change. Stage direction. Instruction in the text of a play indicating the movement, position, tone of an actor or the sound effects and lighting are known as stage direction. You can see thunder and lightning, enter 3 witches. This is the direction given to the actors by the dramatist. Dialogue. Dialogue, monologue and soliloquies are the means through which idea is communicated in a dramatic performance. Duncan says, "What bloody man is that? He can report as seemeth by his plight of the revolt, the newest state." This is a dialogue by Duncan. Dialogue serves 2 purposes. First, it is a communication between or among the characters. Here Duncan is talking to other characters in this drama, and it also serves as a communication between the playwright and the audience. What Shakespeare wants to tell, he tells through his characters. What type of character Duncan is, Shakespeare reveals through Duncan's dialogues. So, dialogues are also a communication between the playwright and the audience. The dialogue reveals the nature and the attitude of the characters. The action progresses through dialogue. The dialogue provides necessary exposition of the past events, the complexity in relationships, tensions and conflicts. Dialogue reflects interpersonal relations. Plot. If someone asks you what is the story of Macbeth, your answer may be very simple. Macbeth is a brave Scottish general who receives a prophecy from 3 witches that one day he will become king of Scotland. He is consumed by excessive ambition and his wife makes him kill King Duncan. He is then racked with guilt and paranoia. He is forced to commit more and more murders to protect himself from enmity and suspicion and becomes a tyrannical ruler. The bloodbath and consequent civil war swiftly take Macbeth and Lady Macbeth into the realms of madness and death. This story constitutes the plot of Macbeth. The plot, which according to Aristotle is mythos, in a dramatic or narrative work is constituted by its events and actions. In simple terms, it is the story. Aristotle remarks that plot is the soul of the tragedy. According to him, the plot must be complete, with a beginning, middle, and an end. Plots can be either simple or complex. A simple plot is a plot in which there is no reversal or recognition, whereas the complex plot is accompanied by reversal or recognition or both. A subplot is a second story that is complete and interesting in its own right. In a play, you can find one or more subplots appended to the main plot. It is introduced into the play in order to contrast with or reinforce the main plot. The German playwright Gustav Freytag introduced an analysis of the plot. It is known as Freytag's pyramid. You can see here it begins with exposition, then rising action, climax, falling action, and denouement. He described the typical plot of 5 acts as a pyramidal shape consisting of exposition, complication, climax, falling action, and denouement. Exposition is where the dramatist introduces the characters, settings, events, and key ideas. So, when we analyze Macbeth, Act 1 is its exposition part where main characters are introduced. The witches make their predictions, thoughts of murder start to form. Then the second act of this play is the stage of rising action, where a series of related events occur leading up to the key moment in the plot. Macbeth keeps changing his mind, Lady Macbeth takes control, and King Duncan is murdered. The act third is the climax, where Macbeth becomes king, Banquo is murdered, Fleance escapes. Act 4 is where falling action takes place, the main conflict between the protagonist and the antagonist. In Act 4, Macbeth returns to the witches, Macduff's family is slaughtered, and catastrophe or denouement is the final end. So Act 5 of Macbeth is where the denouement is there. The protagonist is defeated by the antagonist and events return to a state of normalcy. In fact, Macbeth is not a real hero, but we consider him to be a tragic hero. The invasion is carried out and Malcolm becomes king. The witch's prediction comes true in Act 5 and the drama ends. So this is how German playwright Gustav Freytag analyzed the plot of a tragedy in particular. Now if someone asks you what leads to the downfall of Macbeth, your answer will be very simple: excessive ambition. And this is what is called theme of a drama. Theme refers to the recurrent idea in a play. The theme must have certain amount of universality. It is the main concept of the story. It must account for all the major details. The theme is usually implied and gets revealed as the action progresses. The theme implies the author's view on human nature. So apart from this simple excessive ambition, there are several other themes that can be found in Macbeth. Last one is style. A style involves the playwright's method of presentation. It is the playwright's treatment and shaping of dramatic materials, settings, and costumes in a specific manner. Every dramatist has his own individual style. Shakespeare's style is quite different from that of Ben Jonson. So, when you watch their plays, you analyze and compare and vote your opinion for one or the other. There are different varieties of style like realistic, naturalistic, symbolic. Shakespeare's style is inimitable. So, did you like the style of this particular presentation? If yes or no, Please comment with reason. Thanks for watching. Thank you.